This is Gloved and Loaded. I'm Tiante.
I'm Amaya.
I'm Ron.
And today we're going to be discussing infectious diseases affecting the skin and eyes.
The epidermis is a layer of the skin. The total surface area of the epidermis is 1.5 to 2 meters square with thickness, and it varies from 1.5 millimeters to 4 millimeters. The skin has several layers found at each thickness, with your hair, your nails, the sweat and oil glands. The stratum corneum is the top layer. It's packed with keratin, withstand damage and abrasion. Lipids are packed between the cells. They're water repellent. They contain water repellent properties. And the entire epidermis is replaced every 25 to 45 days.
Wow. I didn't
know it was replaced every 25 to 45 days.
Me either. It's interesting. So it goes from the epidermis to the dermis to the subcutaneous layer. Okay. So let's see what these layers are. So the follicles are the roots of the hair located in the dermis. And the dermis is the second layer. And then the subcutaneous is the oil glands, and scent glands are associated with the hair follicles. So sweat glands separate from the follicle located in the dermis. All glands have openings on the surface of the skin, and they pass through the epidermis, which is the first layer.
And the vein and the artery is located by each other. Just saying shit.
Sebum means oil.
Sebum?
Yeah, sebum means oil, secreted by the subcutaneous glands. And they have a low pH, which makes the skin inhospitable to most microorganisms. It's cool, I didn't know that. So sweat has a low pH and high salt concentration, obviously, because sweat is salty. Yeah. And then lysosomes, enzyme found in
sweat, tears, and saliva. And it breaks down peptidoglycan.
Yep.
Didn't we just test on that? Lysozyme, I think.
We did. The skin is vast, dry, salty.
Surfaces coated with antimicrobial lipids. More defense microbial populations in most areas, moist areas, and skin folds that are protected environment of the hair follicles and glands.
Hundreds of species of microbes found distributed over many different areas of the body.
Staphylococcus epidermis.
Then Propione bacterium.
Yeah. Acnes, wow.
Are found in large. Oh, so these are acnes. I did not know Staphylococcus wasn't acne.
Well, I know that staphylococcus is like a skin infection, like because like if you get like staph infection,
but I didn't know it was considered like
acne. Yeah, are found in large numbers of skin due to their tolerance of high salt conditions.
4% of the population carry Staphylococcus aureus.
Gram positive. So that is gram positive. And has a high salt content.
Y'all want to do MRSA infection and soft tissue infection?
Ew, it looks so gross.
Yeah, that looks disgusting. So a common cause of skin lesions in non-hospitalized people is methicillin-resistant S. aureus. That's the full name. It's resistant to multiple antibiotics. The treatment for it is vancomycin. The virulence factors, it's resistant to multiple antibiotics. It produces multiple toxins. Infections tend to be raised, red, tender, and localized lesions. They have pus and they feel very hot.
So any bacteria with potential neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
So it occurs in breaks of the skin from injuries like shaving.
Oh.
So it's like, you know, when you shave,
Yeah.
and like you
So
know how
like
sometimes
a
you
very
get
like a ingrown hair
bump, like
or something like that.
So it could develop from an ingrown
hair.
hair. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like a pus, and it's like,
Wow.
that's actually interesting. Impetigo.
Impetigo.
Yeah. A superficial bacterial infection that causes the skin to flake or peel off, caused by.
That's so nasty.
This chapter is gross but interesting.
It's caused by the SRS or Pyogenes or a mixture of the two. A mixture. Oh god.
Children are the primary victims, which is true because like this can happen in daycare,
and it's very contagious.
Mm-hmm.
In daycare.
Contagious.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So staph is gram-positive
Mm-hmm.
in grape-like clusters,
Yeah.
sturdiest of non-endospore formers, withstand high salt, extreme pH.
Extreme pH and high.
I think it's supposed to say temperatures.
Yeah, maybe high temperatures.
Yeah, because endospores are the hardest to kill.
Right, and they did say that like the clusters were warm too.
Yeah.
So yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
The three main virulences are exfoliation, exotoxin A and B. It attacks proteins, blistering, clotting creates localized environment for toxins to act. Hemolysin, exotoxin, and exoenzyme is coagulase in that specific bacteria.
Alright, looking at 15. So streptococcus pyogenes also causes strep throat, scarlet fever, and pneumonia.
So what's scarlet fever? What is like?
I don't know what scarlet fever. I'm guessing it's just like a type of. It's just another type of fever.
Like a severe type of fever, maybe.
Probably, and it's gram positive.
So it's a beta hemolysis. So hemolysis is an exotoxin, and it's, damages the cells.
And it contributes to breaking down the skin.
Okay. Clostridium perfringens produces several active exotoxins. So an alpha toxin is an exotoxin that causes red blood cell rupture, edema, and tissue destruction. Some virulence factors for that are the hemolysin exotoxin, collagenase, hyaluronidase, and it causes gas gangrene.
Gas gangrene, also known as clostridial myocrosis. It's like when your leg turns purple.
Yeah, like your leg is purple and black and red.
So myo meaning muscle. So that's like a good way to kind of remember it. Like myo, it's like it's infecting the muscle. Right? Endopores found in soil, on human skin, in human intestine, and vagina. Lord,
requires anaerobic conditions to manufacture and release exotoxins. Transmission is either through the soil or endogenous, penetrates from the GI tract.
This could be deadly, right?
Yeah, because I don't know if it could be deadly, but I'm assuming that they would just have to amputate.
It could definitely result in amputation. For sure.
Like if you catch it fast enough, I feel like because since the toxin, it can go through the blood, and then you can die from it. If you catch it fast enough, you can just have to chop your leg off.
So treatment, they say it's just penicillin, oxygen therapy, and amputation. Yeah.
That's crazy. Vascular and pustular rash diseases, 3 diseases that present as generalized rashes all over the body in which individual lesions contain fluid. Lesions are often called pox, chickenpox, shingles, caused by viruses.
We kind of talked about those viruses in our last video.
Yeah. Chickenpox
and shingles.
Yeah, do you know that if you have chickenpox, like when you're older, like
you can get shingles because it's already dormant in you. Like it's dormant in you forever. So, And most people, chickenpox is a mild disease, but
Mhm.
most cases resolve in 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah. Measles.
Measles. It's highly contagious.
It killed a lot. of
Killed
people.
6 million people per year. Wow.
Measles?
Yeah, measles.
That shit crazy.
Mhm.
Symptoms for measles. So it's kind of regular symptoms: sore throat, dry cough, headache, conjunctivitis, and fever,
Lymphitis. It's when your lymph. I guess that has to do with your lymph nodes.
I think so. Yeah.
Like it's something with that.
So Copic spots appear as a prelude to the characteristic red maculopapilla.
Oh, y'all took the vaccine for this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I think it's
we
like
have to.
man-
It's
like,
mandatory.
Yeah, unless you like have your reason.
I mean, I know it's mandatory in the United States
Mm.
that you have to get it.
Rubella, also known as German measles. It's a minor rash with few complications. Serious damage can occur when a fetus is exposed in the womb. So measles is when you're like already out the womb. Rubella is when you're in the
In the
womb.
womb.
Okay. Yeah, so that's why you have to get vaccinated before you have a kid.
Definitely.
Warts.
HPV.
Viral HPV, which is, the human papillomavirus. P virus, 12% through direct contact, which can develop in nearly all individuals, such as children and more than adults. Seed warts, painless, elevated rough growths on fingers and other body parts. Plantar warts, deep, painful on the soles of the feet. Flat warts, smooth, skin-colored lesions that develop on the face, trunk, elbows, and knees.
I didn't
And
know.
cyrosurgery, freezing.
Yeah,
So that's a
the
method
process.
of like
Getting rid of
them.
it. Yeah. I didn't know warts was like due to HPV.
Yeah, I didn't know
I
warts
thought-
were caused by HPV either. I didn't
No, we were literally just talking
Yeah.
about this, like how do you get warts? I
Warts.
thought I just knew that like the area like it just contaminated.
Yeah, it's the certain areas contaminated.
But I like
right?
never knew. So it's
Yeah.
contaminated with HPV.
So
Well, it's maybe it's a way to get it.
okay,
like,
but
with
it true, but it makes sense, like you said, how some people were just getting warts, right? That means they have the HPV,
It's
human
dormant in
papillomavirus,
them.
is dormant inside them.
Mm.
That's why warts reoccur on them.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I know that's painful.
Oh.
Word right there.
Okay, like this
The
picture.
Clipnis anthrax, it's the most common and least dangerous infection caused by Bacillus anthracis. It's gram-positive and is spore-forming. It forms a black lesion when endospores enter the skin in Germany there. 11 cases occurred following a bioterrorist attack in the fall of 2001.
Black Death.
And it's called, so this is what the Black Death was? I remember when people were talking about that at a point in time.
Oh, girl, I need to.
It's like somebody sliced his neck.
I can't look at it all.
Like, oh gosh.
10% mortality
That
rate
is-
if untreated.
The picture, it just grosses me out. I cannot. My
But
stomach.
like, what is the treatment?
They're
for
like
that?
an open wound.
Yeah, it's like an open wound.
Imagine seeing that, like someone just next to you.
like something crawl out of it.
Right, like, oh my god, y'all,
Okay, next.
ringworm.
I cannot.
Ew.
Wait, I've never had one.
I've never had it, but I've seen it.
I don't think I've seen it either.
Nasty.
Yeah. I've seen a pinworm in a kid. It was interesting.
Oh.
Like, where was it in the
In
kid?
her butt.
In her butt?
In her poop. It was coming out. Well, we had to like pull it out. It was
A
like
pinworm, like it's long as
Like a long worm.
it's like a little skinny white
I
one.
thought it was a tapeworm.
Those
There's
tapeworms
there's
too, but
pinworms,
there's
tapeworms. There's a whole bunch of worms.
See, that's too many worms.
Yeah.
We don't have to know 'em, so.